Welcome to this in-depth overview of motor testing, as outlined in IS 996:2009. This standard governs the performance and safety of single-phase AC induction motors. A motor is a machine that converts electrical power into mechanical power. Motors are vital in numerous applications, from household appliances to industrial machinery. Motors are classified based on their supply type, excitation methods, and the arrangement of their magnetic circuits. One key category is the single-phase motor, which operates on a single-phase power supply to drive mechanical loads. IS 996:2009 ensures that these motors meet strict performance standards through comprehensive testing. Now let's break down the essential tests that form the backbone of motor quality assessment under this standard. No-load current, power input, and speed test. Clause 17.3. This test evaluates motor performance when it operates without any load. In this test, the motor is supplied with controlled panel, running without any external load. Instruments like voltmeters, ammeters, and wattmeters are used to monitor and record values until the input power stabilizes. Torque testing, Clause 12.1.1. Torque is the rotational force produced by the motor. Testing ensures the motor can handle various load conditions without failure. Three types of torque are measured. Pull-out torque, the maximum torque the motor generates before stalling. Breakaway torque, the torque needed to start the motor from a standstill. Pull-up torque, the minimum torque required as the motor accelerates to full speed. A rope and pulley system is employed. A small cord, connected to a spring scale, gradually tightens until the motor halts. The reading on the spring scale is used to calculate torque values. Breakaway starting current test, Clause 12.1.1. Starting a motor requires a surge of current. This test measures the initial current needed to start the motor. In this test, the motor's rotor is blocked, and an ammeter records the current drawn until the motor just begins to rotate. Full load performance test, Clause 12.5.1. Testing under full load provides details about the motor's efficiency, power factor, and operational stability. In this test, the motor is subjected to load using the blades of motor. Parameters like voltage, current, torque, and speed are carefully monitored to assess overall performance. Temperature rise test, Clause 12.2. Excess heat can degrade a motor over time. This test monitors how much the motor heats during continuous operation. In this test, the motor is operated under load until a steady state is achieved. The temperature of the winding is then calculated by comparing resistance measurements before and after the test. Insulation resistance test, Clause 12.7. Strong insulation prevents electrical leaks and protects operators. In this test, a 500-volt DC voltage is applied between windings and the motor frame. The insulation resistance shall not be less than 5 megohms. High voltage test, Clause 13.1. This test ensures that motor insulation can withstand high voltages without breakdown. In this test, a 1.5 kilovolt voltage is applied for 1 minute between windings and the motor frame. No flashover, discharge, or puncture should occur. Moisture proofness test, Clause 13.2. Motors often operate in humid environments. This test checks the motor's resilience to moisture. In this test, the motor is placed in a humidity chamber at 40 degrees Celsius with 95% relative humidity for 16 hours. Afterward, insulation resistance and high voltage tests confirm the motor's durability. Leakage current test, Clause 13.3. Leakage current poses a risk to both equipment and users. This test ensures current leakage is within safe limits. In this test, a voltage 1.1 times the rated value is applied, and leakage current is measured between supply terminals and exposed metal parts. These tests, performed as per IS 996:2009, guarantee the efficiency, reliability, and safety of single-phase motors, ensuring they operate effectively for years to come. Thank you for tuning in to this detailed overview of motor testing standards.